This looks good.
It looks good. I like it.
Happy New Year, Soul Seekers! I'm one of your soul guides, Patricia Wolfson.
Hi, everyone. I'm Linda Krause Barnett. Happy New Year.
And welcome to 2020. So we are here today with, we want to talk about best laid plans, of course, and that is, we had plans to have our show, episode number 5, air today, but that did not exactly work out. And so I wanted to share that with you, not just to let you know that there won't be a new show on YouTube today, but also to let you know that it was an exercise in acknowledging what is important for me and for us this year. So I called Linda a couple of days ago, 2-3 days ago now, realizing that as we got closer to launch, or as we got closer to the episode date, which being today, I realized that in order for me to pull off this episode, I would have to be editing through New Year's Eve and through New Year's Day, and I would be taking myself completely out of the family get-together. And I was like, is this really how I want to start 2020? And that's something that for me has been, it's been really important for me to keep myself in check and being aware that I tend to just go, and not stop if I have something to do. And I realized I really want to make mindful choices for myself and for my family. And it's important that I'm present with them. And so I called Linda and we talked about it. And we both decided, it's much more important for us to be present with our families during this time and to set that tone for 2020 than to get the episode out by today. So that is what we want to share with you and also let you know that that was sort of the thought process. I just wanted to share that.
Thank you for sharing that. And I feel very confident about your decision. I think it was absolutely right. I think it felt aligned to you, and I think it was the right choice. And I'm sure that anybody watching will agree.
Yeah, and what I did do was I did spend some time. Now, we're going to talk a little bit about how you set intentions for 2020, but one of the ways, of course, is the vision board. And I can't say I'm not a fan of the vision board, but I don't typically do a vision board. I did one like many years ago because Danny Kenny, who was one of my old business partners, she loves vision boards and she encouraged me to do it, and I did. But since then, I haven't really done it. But this year, I need to do a vision board as part of my IET advanced training. So I spent the last 2 days sort of cutting out pictures and getting magazines. I spent so much money on magazines so that I could cut out pictures. And I hacked our YouTube page so that I could put the number of subscribers that I wanted. Now, you're not going to find it there if you look. It's just something that you can do. And then once you refresh the page, it's gone. But so I put like a goal number of YouTube people. And really, the intention behind this particular vision board is for you to ask yourself, what would be too good to be true? And so I started looking for things that I felt were so inspiring and yet feel maybe too good to be true. But that's where you sort of release your resistance and say, well, maybe it's too good to be true. Maybe it's totally possible. Oh, hi, Nafisa.
Yeah. And so, excuse me. In that tone, I made a post yesterday, and I have felt aligned to vision boards before. I do feel that they're a powerful tool for setting intentions and for co-creating your reality. So I do believe that they have a purpose and they have their power. However, I've been toying with the idea of how much into the future I really want to go and how open to surprises I want to be, while at the same time being clear about what my desires are. So there's been this fine line. And the post that I made yesterday really felt aligned to what I'm trying to create for this year. I'm trying to create purpose and magic this year. And so the post was about, we do such big things in celebration of the new year. It's like, wow, it's a reset button. It's a new year. I'm going to set new intentions. I'm going to lay out my year and get real clear. But I believe that that opportunity presents itself every time we wake up in the morning. Mm-hmm. And so my post was about happy new day instead of happy new year. And what can my intention be for today? What is my purpose and what magic can I find in today? And so, yes, having long-term goals, of course, but creating them day by day and waking up each day, knowing that that reset button is available to you, knowing that your intentions and your magic can change for that day, that each day is actually a new beginning, and not waiting till, sometimes we get caught up in like really starting off right so that the whole year goes as planned. But you have an opportunity to change each day. So that was one thought I had. The other thought I had was I've been following some people who have really been creative with their idea of a vision board. I followed someone this morning. I think her group is called Impact Latina. And it was a really wonderful post because what she did is she took a whiteboard and she sectioned it off into quadrants. And instead of just having images, which sometimes she felt locked into, like, okay, she gave an example of, I put water because I want to travel to island kind of ocean destinations, but I wasn't really specific. So on this board, she laid out some more concrete intentions, such as the feelings she wants to feel. One of her quadrants was traveled. So to be real clear, I want to travel 3 to 4 times a year to these specific locations. Relationship with yourself, relationship with your kids, relationship with your spouse or your partner, and getting clear on, because I think you're led by your emotions. So getting clear on what experiences you want to have and how you think those experiences are going to make you feel, and using that as a form of a future vision.
Yeah, I really, really like that. I totally believe that we are led by our emotions. And I think one of the reasons that vision boards have been so difficult for me in the past is because I feel, you use the perfect word, I feel locked in. And even when I was looking for pictures, I would look for a beach, but then I was like, well, I don't know if I want to go to this beach. I just want to go to a beach. So then I would get all, Brady on, and lose myself in well, if I put this on my board, maybe I'm going to manifest this beach, but I really want to go to the other one and I can't find a picture of the other one. And so, then I really had to work on setting my intention that I just wanted to get a picture that created the feeling that made for me. I'll tell you, I'm so
glad I went to Dallas and met you, because you're clearly my split apart. You're clearly someone who was separated from me at my birth, and I have reunited, and I'm so thankful.
I know. Well, there is this vision that I keep having over and over again whenever I do these future meditations with people, and there's a vision that I have of myself, and we've talked about this, I think. And this vision, I see myself going to a door, and it's like a glass door, and it's like a home that feels like it's my home. And, it's at the foot of the beach. And Scott knows I've said I never want to live on the beach because, I'm worried about, weather, and when weather kicks in and you're at the beach. But anyway, it's a very clear vision. And I'm like, well, it doesn't have to be a place I live in. It could be, so many things. But I spent 25 minutes looking yesterday on Google for an image that captured what's in my head. I was like, okay, I have to try not to be too specific, but the thing that creates the same feeling. Because in my head, I'm like, but there's kind of sand and there's some greenery, but there's a little bit of water from the distance, but not too far. And it can't be on the second floor. And I found myself so caught up in the specifics.
Yeah.
And
yeah, I do know.
Get lost.
The other thing I really want to work on this year is, and I believe I'm not, well, I know I'm special, but I believe that it's not special to me. I believe we all are created this way. It's just a matter of the degree at which we want to illuminate that part of us. Mm-hmm. But I do believe that I have some channeling gifts, and like I said, I think we all do. But my goal this year is, when I get thoughts that like kind of downloads. I know you and I call them downloads, but when I get these intuitive hits, when I get this inspiration that comes kind of out of nowhere, and in the past I've allowed it to be there, but paid it no true attention. And this year, one of my intentions is to really kind of pay attention a little bit more mindfully to those out of nowhere thoughts, because I think they're actually out of somewhere. And I think they're little gifts and little, here's something that could lead you down a greater path. And I usually connect with that path eventually, but I think this year, if I could pay attention to them in the moment and really tune into them, that maybe I'll converge with them a little bit sooner. So that's something exciting that I want to try this year.
Yes, as always, you and I are on the same page where, I've been trying to pay more attention to the whisper. So like, when I'm like,
you don't get the yells.
Yeah, it's like, wait, I hear a whisper, like I got a whisper today, like go outside. And I had talked to Scott about us taking a walk together at lunch. And so when I took the kids to the bus, I was outside and it was nice. And I was like, and I caught that whisper, like, go for a walk. And I was like, well, I feel bad because, but then I was like, I could go for a walk with Scott too when he comes home for lunch if I want to, because I always stop myself. Or I'm like, I still have to do laundry, I have to get organized. So I stopped myself and I went, I'm just going to go for a walk. And it was so great. So I went for a walk and then I ran a few errands. So I shifted the way I thought I was going to do things, but I feel so much more spacious. And as I was walking, I realized that I think that's going to be one of my words this year is I want to feel spacious, because I've been feeling so heavy and so like cramped, like cramped with deadlines, cramped with the things I need to do, cramped and cluttered and stuff. So I want to create that spaciousness in my life where I can make decisions and feel good. And I feel, like that,
Free.
like that I can breathe easy.
Yeah.
So yeah, exactly.
Well,
so, that's basically it.
I hope if you're watching, you have you're thinking about ways that you want to be more present and ways that you want to set your intentions. If anybody wants any ideas or needs any assistance, reach out to me or Patricia. We are always available to kind of work through that with you. And stay tuned, because Soul Seekers TV will be back on YouTube very soon. And we also will be back on Monday with a live. And we love and appreciate every single person who supports us.
Yes, and make sure we still have 4 episodes on YouTube that are there waiting to be watched by you. So if you have not, go on to our YouTube channel, Soul Seekers TV, or youtube.com/Soul Seekers TV. And you can subscribe and you will be alerted to our next episode, which will be next week. Next Thursday, we will be back for the new year and feeling good. So have a great, great day. And I wish you all an abundant and magical new year.
Happy New Year. Bye, everybody.
Bye.